Hey, hey.
What's going on? What's up, Sax man?
Oh, just hanging out. What y'all doing?
Oh, same.
SSDD.
True enough.
Yep.
We'll give it a minute for everything to come in here. But before we get to what we're going to talk about tonight, well, let's talk about McCarthy a little bit. Just a little warm up, right? So, and this is my personal opinion, and some people may believe it, some people may support it. I don't think he should have been in there to begin with.
Nope.
Anybody that's got to have a vote 40 times to get in there really is not the popular, right? So, like I was telling Sax Man behind the scenes earlier, they just finally voted him in because it was getting around lunchtime. People got fucking hungry, Just get this shit done and get it over with.
True.
Well, the hookers, they had hookers reserved. They had shit to do.
That's right.
Well, probably trying to. Yeah, they had shit to do. Get a hold. I'm trying to be nice, guys.
Look, they took the Viagra. You know when that shit happens, they got to be somewhere.
That's right.
They were trying to sponge a certain airplane log, air flight log.
Doesn't screw itself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they threw his ass the fuck out of the position. Couldn't have happened to a better rhino.
Here's the thing. Who we gonna have now?
Well, I mean, here's what I'm gonna say, and I know I'm gonna probably get booed for saying it. If the RNC puts somebody else in there, I mean, can they really do worse?
Well, I'm sure they could.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. With the people who just took his ass out, I don't think they're gonna make the same mistake. I would hope they wouldn't, but I guess it's whoever greases which wheel, drops off a couple underage hookers. I don't know. Whatever they do to make shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
You better believe that the damn greasy palm started happening today.
Oh, fuck yeah! There's kids with 1.5 grade point averages getting let into Harvard today.
Yep.
I guarantee you, palms are being greased. So.
Well, good piece of shit, in my opinion. So, no balls. Nothing that he said he was going to do happened.
No, he lied through his fucking teeth, and it's the same shit all these other fucking bottom feeding damn politicians do. When it comes time to get elected or get another position, they're all about shaking hands and presentation. And then once they get in there, all that shit becomes amnesia.
Yeah, and then they sent billions over to Ukraine again.
Yep. Well, you got to pay for the bus drivers.
This is true.
I'm just saying.
Lunch lady's got to get paid over there.
Yep. And, don't forget about nail salons and the hair salons and the auto mechanics.
If I were a small business owner, I would be fucking livid.
Well, hey, can't we? I got an idea. Let's take advantage of this. Okay. Can't we open up a satellite office in Ukraine?
Hey.
I'm sure we could.
Let me change the registered address on this channel right quick.
I was going to say, EVO, all we need is about 10 square feet.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Hunter's probably got the inside track.
He does.
He could recommend some shit.
I'm sure he could. He can recommend the high quality shit. He can go all the way from the best blow to the best hoe.
This is true.
So, what more could you ask for? They say when you're in Rome, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think we've stumbled across an opportunity, and people should take advantage of shit like that.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, look, if we identify as fuck, I don't know, something that can't figure out what his plumbing is, I mean, I'm sure we can get all kinds of government aid that way. I mean, just think if you cross the two, you're Ukrainian business and you're a Quintifen morphodite, then you're good to go. I mean, you're going to get billions of dollars in funding because you fit all the criteria.
Well, it's not a lie. It's not a lie.
You know, I mean,
pick any quote unquote marginalized group. Slap on a LGBTQ plus
You don't even have to be
minus.
marginalized. You can make up your own shit.
Oh yeah.
If
yeah,
it's
you're right.
psycho-
Just make some shit up.
if
The
it's psycho
Church of
yeah.
Goober. I mean, pick something. Did anyone see? I'm trying to think who posted. I don't remember if it was in one of our chats, but there's a thing in England. I think the BBC posted it or something else. And it was talking about they don't call people of darker complexion what we call them here. I guess they don't refer to them as black or whatever. They call them Saharan something or another. I forget what the fuck they call them. But anyways, they're trying to claim that they were there during the Romans and this, that, and other. And it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
you motherfuckers have lost your damn mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I remember that.
You remember the post, right?
Yeah, I posted it. It was.
Oh, it was okay. I'm sorry.
No. It's.
There's your
funny.
source.
Yeah. So the guy was sitting there saying, "Okay, this is what they're teaching, in British high schools and grade schools. Is this? It's actually on air over there.
Yeah.
Whatever program that is, saying that. Oh yeah, these folks from sub-Saharan Africa were over here first, and we're like, no, all you have to do is do DNA, of all these folks that were back here.
Hey,
And,
DNA's racist.
yeah, follow the science.
You only follow the science when the science is on your side.
This is true.
I don't remember hearing about Eric the Red or any of the Saxons rolling across a bunch of hood rats farming.
This is true.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed that part in history. Maybe I slept through it, or I don't know, I was sick that day. But I do not remember that. Did any of you?
That's systemic British racism right there, man.
Sure. I'm sure that's what it is. I mean, God save the Queen, right?
Right. Well, King now.
Yeah, I was going to say the King now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, God save the King.
Speaking of the British, did y'all hear about what they're about to do in the Ukraine?
No.
Nothing.
So they're sending military over there to train Ukrainian soldiers.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's how to start a war 101.
Well, that's what this live's about. So this is what's leading up to it. We're going to go from beginning to end.
Yeah.
All right, let's start by the beginning. And we all called it on this channel before Russia ever invaded Ukraine. We called it right here. We were like, they're not moving all that military down there on the fucking border just to sit there. And what happened? A week later, boom, they rolled in, right?
Yep.
Okay, so here's what's going down. So the British are sending people over to train Ukrainian personnel on warfare. All right. Now, that word got back to Russia, of course, right? We've got spy agencies across the whole world. So here is what the military advisor or whatever the hell she is for Russia put out. She just blatantly said that if they send them over there, they will not get reprieve. They will be targeted just like any other Ukrainian soldier. So what does that do? Right now, we've got military over there. Anybody that thinks we do not is a fool. Okay.
Yep.
We've got the alphabet crews over there. We've got merchant, just all kinds of shit. So this is actually on the news and being put out that they're actually going over to do this. Now, Russia's not taking very kind of it. So they're taking this as a pretty much a shot from NATO, because the British that's part of NATO. All right, we're funding it, and to be honest with you, I don't know how we've got away with it so long by sending money over there and not getting slapped in the face, right? Yep. So here's the deal. Last week, Russia said that the West would be met with force that was worse than 1945. What happened in 1945? Hiroshima. Okay. Said that it will be worse. Now, Russia is actually going to do a training exercise. I forgot what day it is. Any day now, they're supposed to be doing a nationwide nuclear readiness test. So y'all understand what that means? What that means is they're going to do a simultaneous, not just by sectors. They usually do it by, gridded areas. They'll do their little practices alone, but they're going to do all this at one time, one swift motion. So let me tell you what this is. This is just banning, right? So what they're doing is they're going to show what they have available, not to the fullest, but they're going to show the extent of how fast they will be able to ready all missiles. Just so y'all know, they just tested a missile that has the ability to go 15,000 miles. And it is nuclear payload ready.
Damn.
Now, y'all remember what I said? The U.S. conducted several tests trying to stop ICBMs, right? And they failed. They got 3 out of 100. We have 52 states, people. 52 counties.
Yeah.
So you imagine if they shoot 52, we'll probably get 1.5 of them stopped. I'm just saying. Y'all think about that now.
It doesn't bode well, because once somebody pushes that button to shoot even just one, that starts a snowball effect.
Right. And now the only advantage that we have is if one of these Russian leaders has a conscience, right? And that day they had a good morning. They got their daily ration of vodka, maybe knocked them off a little bit, and they don't really feel like fucking in a country. So it does take multiple heads of Russia to be able to launch anything. They've all got different sector keys and command codes and all that. It's not like the nuclear football here, where one person does the codes. So it takes a collaboration of them, which I'm glad they've got that, because if one person had it, the shit would probably already happen, right?
Yep.
So here's the thing, and if the British sends them over there, what's going to happen? They're going to send them over there, and then maybe it truly does happen. One of their people gets targeted, right? Gets taken out. Rather it be real or it be a false flag. Either way, it's going to hit the news.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And then guess what happens? Then we've got an all-out fucking war, NATO against Russia. And what people's not paying attention to is North Korea.
Yep.
You hadn't heard anything out of North Korea lately. The only thing you heard is that they are in full support of Putin now. So they're one of Russia's minions now. So what do you have going on? You're going to have Russia, the psycho North Koreans, and then China that's very willing to reduce their population voluntarily.
Oh yeah.
So that's dangerous.
They don't mind throwing 1 million conscripts at a conflict.
Now, conspiracy theorists or theories, all of them came true so far. So I guess you would call it foreseeable futuristic determinations is what we're gonna call it. So here's what I'm predicting. Okay, they're gonna send these people over there. One of them's gonna get hurt, attacked, whatever the case may be, whether it's real or not. Then Russia's gonna shit the bed. All right. They're gonna launch some shit. They won't launch it at the British. That's not their target. Okay, what do you do when you in a war situation? You cut the head off the snake, right? Guess where the head of the snake is? That would be what they call the West, which is the United States.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
us.
we're gonna have the fallout. Now, if that happens, you're automatically gonna have China take fucking Taiwan out. I mean, they're gonna go full rail, just all in. Why are they gonna do that? Division of power.
Well, think how many things come out of Taiwan.
Well, not only that, if they go at Taiwan, we won't get support from Taiwan, nor will we be able to support Taiwan. So they're fucked right off the get go, right?
Yep.
Then what's Japan gonna do?
Oh yeah, the Japanese are going to be freaking out.
Yeah, they'll be screwed because the only reason that Japan is safe now from North Korea is because of us.
Yeah.
And see, they can't launch any offensive weapons unless attacked. A lot of people don't know that. Japan can't attack anyone because we beat the shit out of them. That was the terms of the agreement whenever we went over there and put boots to face, you know.
Yep.
So that was the agreement. They could never go on the offense unless provoked, right? Now, I could see North Korea doing some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they kind of pride themselves on stupid shit.
Well, the thing is, and I'm thinking outside the box here. So if you wanted to divide the United States forces, this is what I would do if I was posturing up for a war situation. First of all, I wouldn't say shit about it. I wouldn't post it on any news networks. I wouldn't say a damn word, nothing, right? I would have my teammates, China, North Korea. I would have North Korea take on Japan. And I would have China take on Taiwan simultaneously, right? Because then what are you going to have? You're going to have the U.S. running to the aid of some fucking body else, right?
Yep.
With military that we don't have, supplies that we don't have, that has been sent over to Ukraine for a war that's never going to be won, all right? So our forces split, run to these locations, then Russia steps in and does what they need to do. Now, option B, we go to the old style of the U.S., and when somebody posts some shit where they say they're about to hit the West, you just run on over there and hit them in the fucking mouth and cut it off.
Yeah.
But, and this may anger people, but America is not what it used to be. America is not strong. We have a mentality in the masses of you owe me this, I don't have to do anything to get what I want, blah, blah, blah. It's that weak mentality. So, everybody's sitting back thinking, you know, if it's not posted on TikTok or Snapchat or Facebook or whatever, it's not happening. There could be a fucking nuclear warhead hit 100 miles from somebody's house, and then somebody posted on TikTok, oh, it was fake. And they'll be like, oh, it was fake, even though their fucking mailbox is melted off the post. You know what I'm saying?
The dogs go in the dark.
Right.
That's the mentality. That's the mentality in the American way right now.
Yeah. Well,
now you think about we have a lack of supplies for the military. They said it'd be 3 years to regain everything that we've sent over to the Ukraine. Now, 3 years. That's a long time. Now, what weapons we do we have enough military that has the gall or the training to be able to use that?
I don't know. After seeing all the cross dressers and fingernails and shit like that, and I don't know. I got nothing. I mean, it's a disgrace to the military. And you're going to tell me that's what's going to go out there and put boot to ass when the time comes?
Well, you're discounting the fact that April has 2 mommies, and she's in the military now.
I don't care if Elroy's got 2 daddies. The point I'm making is we're the fucking laughing stock of the entire planet. It's like I said before, when aliens fly by this bitch, they roll up windows.
Right. Lock the door, kids.
I mean, if okay, dude, we've got so much shit fundamentally wrong with this country, with this fucking culture. We were never perfect, but look at what they've done in the short span. Let's just say from when Obama's Maximus got in to now, right? Look at how fucked up we've become.
Oh, yeah.
We have no capability to do anything. Yes, we've got a military, but it's not the military we once had and we're proud of. This isn't Reagan's military.
No. But, that was by design, too.
Well, yeah. Everything that's happened has been it's the long game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Vanguard said, we don't have the resources. I mean, when
you outsource everything.
Right. I mean, shit that fucking Hellfire missiles don't grow on trees at a factory somewhere. Those bitches have to be made, and it costs money. All right. Now, granted, the military contractors, part of the industrial complex, they're eating this shit up. Oh, yeah, man, we're going to get two wars. We're going to be rich as hell. It doesn't do no good if your ass glows in the fucking dark and everything's dead.
Right.
So let me paint a picture for everybody to kind of wrap it up in a nutshell, right? So let me tell you what happens, what I can see that would happen in a nuclear fallout situation for the United States. So Russia's not going to send your regular payload missile. If they send something here, it's going to be catastrophic. They want maximum damage with minimum effort, right? So we're not talking taking out one city block. We're talking taking out cities. Okay. Now, what are they going to hit? They're going to hit maximum populous locations. Exactly what they're going to hit. What would that be? I don't know. California, New York, right? They're going to hit these big areas.
Every port
is smacked. Fuck.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, you got to think about it. If you do the most damage, because what is always said about the United States, right? They're scared of a ground force war with the United States because the population has just as much weaponry as the military does.
Yeah.
But if you go in and you hit somewhere like New York City and you wipe out fucking 300,000 people in one blow.
Yeah, but none of them had guns.
Sure.
I mean, okay, well, none of them have legal guns. How about that?
Right, but you get what I'm saying. So
yeah,
if you can hit an area and take out, let's say they hit 10 key spots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And take out 300,000 people total. You just took out 10%.
Yeah.
Think about it. You just took out 10% of a civilization military force. Because here's what's going to happen. The ones that they're worried about is not our military. They're worried about people like us, people that watch channels like this, that's got grit, that knows how to use their weapons, that has weapons. that's ready to get out there and make shit happen to protect their families. And that's what's going to happen.
They don't want guerrilla warfare. They've already
I mean,
shown they don't like that shit. Look at Afghanistan.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. If some shit happened in New York, I'm not packing up my damn SUV and heading the fuck up there. Not happening.
No.
I mean, we got to keep it honest. What am I going to do? I'm going to have a covenant right here. Okay? I'm going to take care of what's in this area. I got a pretty tight-knit group around here that's going to pull together. I know that. Now, will we be effective? Depends on your effective views on things, right? Are we going to be able to take some motherfuckers out? Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. Would Russia ever be able to get ground troops over here? No. Well, I mean, we're waterlocked on both sides. I don't see them coming up through Mexico, and I don't see them coming down through Canada. So, I don't know. And Canada is more fucked up than the U.S.
Well, I agree that they would want to, they could do something very catastrophic, but I'm going to go a step further. I don't think they want to kill the population per se. I think they want, well, not outright. I think what they want to do is they want to disrupt everything. You do a few EMPs, and you're able to get all the farmland and everything else, take the country over, rebuild the grid, and it's basically yours. Because you blew us back into the fucking Stone Age because these crooked bottom-feeding fucktards in D.C. haven't done anything to harden our electrical grid or anything else. So it would be more effective to use an EMP because you got to have a beachhead. They're going to have to put troops on the ground at some point. This may not agree with that. I'm thinking from that perspective. They're going to have a beachhead, not necessarily as an invasion, but I can see them coming in and saying, "We're here to help."
I mean,
look at our society, Sex Man. If they can't get their fucking mocha latte from fucking Starbucks and watch whatever the fuck it is on Dancing with the Stars, Horrible Ball, whatever the fuck they're watching, I don't know. And they can't get on their phone and TikTok and tweet each other, they're gonna lose their shit, right? Am I wrong?
They ain't gonna be able to do that tomorrow. So
okay, but you follow me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Generation
lose their mind because if you cut off communications, you're already winning.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the very things they tell you in war fighting. It all goes with knocking out support and communications, everything else. You do this shit, and it hampers your enemy, right?
Yeah, you cut out comms, that cuts out supply.
Yeah, exactly. So if they do that, then they can come under the guise of a peacekeeping force to bring aid and restore order. These dumb motherfuckers will be in their Priuses and fucking furry costumes and shit. And pink hair will be standing at the fucking door with their hand out or at the curb waving their fucking flags. Mark my damn words. They'll be the motherfuckers that turn you in to them because they know that you don't agree or you're this, you're that. If you'll give me extra rations, I know a guy that he doesn't like y'all. See this shit all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Watch Red Dawn.
So, interesting fact for you. Would you like to know where a lot of the population of Russia and Ukraine is?
Kiev and Moscow?
Poland. And
Really?
I know this for a fact. 100% fact.
Why are they in Poland?
They don't want to be a part of either side.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They're trying to avoid the conflict.
Yeah, so they're seeking refuge in Poland, Warsaw to be exact.
How does that work? Because Poland's not a big damn country to begin with.
Neither is Chicago.
Well, Chicago will be walled off like,
there's a million motherfuckers over there, you know.
yeah. Well,
But I mean, that's what's happening. A lot of people don't know that. You don't see that on the news. I know this because I have contacts over there.
it seems like I remember some shit briefly on the news about people fleeing Russia and Ukraine going there early on. This has been a long time ago when all this first popped off.
Well, I know exactly where they are. Like, exactly.
Okay. Because weren't the Russians fleeing too because they didn't want to be conscripted into the military?
They're correct. There's Russians and Ukrainians in this same town together, you know, eating at the fucking bistros together. I mean, they're just hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
Because they're one nation. You know, people don't realize that. You know, it's the same language. Okay, it's the same people. They were divided by one country separating itself from a larger nation. That's what it was.
Right.
So it's the same people. They drew a damn line in there and said, step to this side or step to that side. That's as simple as you can put it. So there's people with family on both sides, and it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Now, here's a spitball thing that I'm going to throw out there. What if, and I'm not picking sides, but I'm just saying. So Russia is attacking Ukraine for what? Now, our news is claiming that it's to gain ground or stuff like that, right? What initially, and y'all may remember this, what Russia initially said is they were attacking Ukraine because of the corruption.
Right.
Now, was that a false claim?
I'm going to say that
Corrupt the shit.
I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think ultimately Putin wants to re-establish the old Soviet Union, the land that had these little outlier states that became independent. He's wanted to draw them back under not the Soviet Union, but Russia's umbrella. And Ukraine's one of them. And Ukraine, like you said, is super corrupt as hell. And that's just another reason for him to use to go in there and put boot to ass. And he already has aligned independent states around Ukraine that support Russia anyways. And basically they're lackeys. Like, what's that one? You know the two countries I'm talking about. I can't think of the name. Belarus or something like that. And there's another one. And he basically uses them as, you know, stepping points to roll his shit into their country.
Oh, shit.
Belarus, yeah.
Something else. I forgot to tell you something else about the Royal Navy.
Oh.
So they're going to send the Royal Navy out to protect Ukrainian vessels, merchants vessels, from Russian interference. So, and that's true, YouTube. You can find that if you'll Google it. All right. So they're going to have escorts from the Royal Navy, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and think about what's going to happen. And they blatantly said they're going to be there to protect them from Russian interception, right? So what's going to happen? Russian ships going to roll up, or submarine, whatever the case may be. The Royal Navy is going to take this motherfucker out, and then all of a sudden you got a NATO infringement, right?
Yep.
Russia's they're going to shit the bed. I'm telling you, it's coming.
Yes.
This live is not crazy. Everybody that's out there listening in the chat, I am not crazy. We're not losing our minds. I'm telling y'all, there is a war coming. I'm not predicting that there may be one. I'm telling you, there is one coming. All it's going to take is the right person to step on the wrong toe, and the shit's. I'm telling you, the fecal matter is going to hit the oscillating rotator. It's going to happen.
Yes, it is. It's going to be running too. Let's go a step further in the tinfoil story time here. What happens if we're in a war? Not a conflict, not an engagement, but a war. They can postpone the election.
Exactly. and we'll maintain the worst fucking president in history.
Well,
Look, I've got friends and shit that's struggling to get by that make a damn good living, guys. I'm telling you, like they make above average living, and they're struggling to get by.
Yeah,
they're cutting things out. They're trimming the fat, just chasing the inevitable, and it's getting worse and worse every single day.
Yep.
And how could you explain to me that a fucking one little jar of Jif Extra Crunch peanut butter is $7 fucking dollars?
It's called Bidenomics.
Went to the store today, got stuff to make quesadillas for tonight. The Wally World brand chips, right? Your old regular cantina style chips that were $1 2 years ago. Guess how much they are now?
$3.
Yep, $3. That's not inflation, that's hyperinflation.
That's Bidenomics.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And they did it in a way where most of your people, most of the population are so numb to it or ignorant or whatever that they don't take the time to walk down the aisle and look at how much shit's going up they're buying. They're just saying, well, it's costing more to do this or that. They're perfectly okay with it. They're just swallowing that pill.
Yeah, because usually they're not spending their own money on it.
True. But sooner or later, the Fed ain't going to be able to keep matching the cost of living.
Probably a lot of shit's blowing.
I mean, if we get in a fucking war, do you think they're going to keep increasing WIC cards and SNAP? Think
No.
that shit through.
That shit's gone. If we get in a war, a lot of shit's going to be thrown to the wayside, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and here's something else I'll tell you too. If they know you've got stock, if something happens on fucking U.S. soil, whether it's an EMP, a fucking nuclear attack, a beachhead invasion, aliens, whatever the fuck it is, a bunch of feral Chicago, whatever, I don't know, something happens, they're going to start going, house to house. If they think you've got weapons, ammunition, caches of food, growing shit, if you're a farmer, whatever, they're going to start fucking taking things. The government will. You don't got to believe me. But the government we got that's been fucking weaponized, go register your garden on the Department of Ag. Go do that. Let me know how it works.
Yeah, you've come, since the Second World War, when you could actually make a garden in the backyard.
Yeah.
The urbanization and population explosion, and there's no way that you can do it. Yeah, if you actually had foreign troops on U.S. soil, all that shit gets, it goes away. There are no more trips to Wally World. There are no more trips to Kroger. You better have had your shit.
You might be able to go somewhere and barter and trade. There might be a bazaar somewhere, like a big ass flea market. You better wear body armor and have an automatic weapon because it's going to be thuggery from left to right.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean that's going to be the only place you're going to get any goods. You ain't going because, like I said, you ain't going to be able to pick up the phone and order pizza.
No.
That's
and you no longer have that cultural, hegemony that you used to have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be everybody for themselves.
Yeah.
And
see, that's what
everybody else.
Well, that's why I was saying they don't have to nuke anything. Just do a bunch of EMPs. The whole fucking within 10 months. Look how many millions of people will fucking kill each other and starve.
Oh, brother. I mean, you wouldn't even have to have an EMP. I mean, remember when, the toilet tissue crisis, just the thought of it, and everybody's going to go get 20 loaves of bread and fill the car up with toilet paper and water. And they're going to live for a month or two on bread and water and toilet paper.
No. You're right. I mean, but again, now remember, what you're talking about is a program behavior. It's a behavior that's been instilled in most people because they just lap that shit up on the news and whatever they're being fed, whether it's CNN or the local news or whatever, and they don't think for themselves. If people would just stop and take a few minutes, take in everything that's going on, look at the global picture. Don't just look at your front yard. Look at everything. Work your way out. Work the problem. They would see that there's a lot more outlying shit going on, and it's much more nefarious than they're actually realizing. And they're contributing to it. They're empowering it because you're going along with it.
Oh yeah, no, it's exactly. I mean, so knowing where you and I live, and you go out, on a Friday or Saturday night, driving your car around to whatever, little grocery mart or whatever, and you see people in there acting like it's a third world country already when they have cash or they have their. Now, imagine that, but multiplied 100 times. I mean, there's going to be fucking bodies in the street. Sorry.
Well, imagine that, and they can't go to the Haji Mart.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when they start rioting and herds of them going up and down the damn street, breaking into shit, and just be like Dawn of the Dead.
Exactly.
And you're right. And if you're somebody that's in an urban area, you're fucked. Unless you've got a way to shelter in place and drop bodies for the next month, you better have an exit strategy.
Yeah.
I'm just being real, because unless you've got a really tight-knit community and there's a lot of like-minded people where you're at, you live out in the suburbs somewhere that's defensible, you might be able to hold off for a while, but it's going to be a daunting task to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot, I've read a lot of literature covering that subject in various forms and fashions. It sounds all well and good if shit hits the fan, but getting it accomplished is a whole nother beast. And you got to remember, if you've got people in your camp that are wired, they're the latte brigade, they're not going to be willing to, hold the water. They're going to want to know where the help is. And the first chance they get to go and sell you the fuck out to get them a latte or some batteries for the vibrator or whatever the fuck it is they ain't got, but they're going to sell your motherfucking ass out for it.
Right.
Because they're wanting the creature comforts. Yes, I went down that rabbit hole. What can I say? What's up, Hillbilly? So, correct me if I'm wrong. But you see it all the time, dude. I mean, if you fuck up a civilization to the point where they can't go to the market and get food to feed their family, and you show up in there with another force and you're offering them food and safety and shelter, granted under your rules, for information on dangerous locals. You think you aren't got motherfuckers turning your ass in?
In a heartbeat.
I mean, those motherfuckers be lined up with their hand out, drawing directions with crayons. I'm sorry, I got on a tangent. I'll shut the fuck up.
No, it's an unfortunate truth.
mean, it's, I don't know. All over the map. Did anybody see the thing about Kennedy talking about possibly going independent?
No, but I saw quick little blurbs on X or Twitter about, Democrats getting bent out of shape at the fact that he's wanting to run in the first place. Now, I like the guy. He talks a good game.
Yeah.
But he's got a D behind his name.
Yeah.
And again, and I know, everybody's, you can't go by R's and D's and I's. But if you feel strongly enough that you want to have that D behind your name and you want to stand for that platform, then
but then again, too, you got a lot of Republicans got the D in their mouth.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, all the way down that throat, choking on it.
Oh, he's so right.
Yeah,
so right. Damn.
Yeah, I said that.
You didn't tell any lies. I mean, there's a lot of fucking deviants up there. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously you've got 100 and some odd Republicans in the House that may as well, be Democrats. But
exactly. I mean, I was really surprised that enough of them all got together and voted to get McCarthy the fuck out of the position he was in. That was shocking. But
like I said, go ahead.
No, you go ahead and finish what you're saying.
No, I would love for Getz to run, but he's, we were listening to a sound clip of him talking beforehand, and everybody, all the reporters were like, how could you do that? Why would you vote him out? It's like, because he sucks. He sucked for 2 years.
Yeah, he did. He lied through his teeth to get his position.
Yeah. And they're like, well, who's going to do it? Well, I don't know. We've got some names up there. Are you going to do it? No, I have no want or desire to be Speaker of the House. But we can find somebody.
I mean, I'll be Speaker of the House, but you'll probably drag my ass out with Capitol Police 30 minutes after I get in there.
Exactly.
Fuck it, I'll run. Fuck it.
Hey, let's get it done, brother. You got my vote.
I got my acceptance speech ready. It's ready.
They don't want.
Thank you for all your votes. Shit's about to get fucking real, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Gas is 38 cents. We're going back to the 50s, okay?
Yep.
Any of y'all that's got a pink hair fucking dye at your house or anything like that, you're fucking out of here. Get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. If you don't know which plumbing you got, we're going to round your ass up.
The interview process for the military will be really, really easy. You got a penis? What are you? You don't have a penis? What are you? It's real simple.
You're either an innie or an outie. That's it.
Mm.
I don't want to hear nothing about these pronoun things because they ain't going to work. So, yeah. Well, the reason I brought up, Kennedy being an independent, if he actually chose to do that, that would fuck up the Democratic numbers.
It would.
Oh, yeah.
And, oh, damn, hillbilly. Now, fuck. All right, I need to get back on my train of thought here. If they messed up their numbers, because we already know that Bedshitter, he literally has shit the bed with everything he's done. Even his fucking staunch supporters are going, damn. CNN even talks shit about him occasionally. For CNN, the Communist News Network, to actually start talking trash about the Biden crime family, okay, that's bad. With their hatred of Trump, but the fact that Communist News Network is now calling them out on shit, that does not bode well for the Biden crime family.
I think it's just a distancing tactic.
Okay, it may be, but think this through. There's actually now valid investigations being done into all the crooked shit.
Yeah, I mean, they don't, all these people that supported him for years and years and years are like, they're not going to say that they were wrong. They're just going to say that, he did this shit.
I think this sets a precedent. I guess I'm trying to build up to something. The whole thing we're talking about, a war, invasion, this, that, and other, suspending the election. Think about this. Let's say that the DNC knows that he's gonna lose. There's no way that fucktard can get reelected. Okay, and I'm not going to add to why he can't get elected. I'm not going to say who will be giving speeches if he's reelected. We're just going to let your mind wander on all that shit because I won't get to strike. But if he was getting in a war, that guarantees him in there. Number one, they don't have to worry about whether he's a fucktard or not, and they can put on autopilot once that happens. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
And if you mark my words, if they suspend the election for whatever reason, and that fucktard gets to stay in another 4 years, we're done. The country's done. They'll never be. It'll never recover. I hate to say that, but prove me wrong. Look at what this dumb son of a bitch has done in less than 3 years. Look what he's done to the country. Look how fucked up it is. Look how much it costs you to put fucking fuel in your vehicle because he believes everybody should sniff unicorn farts and plug their shit in to charge it in a solar panel in a fucking wind turbine that catches fire and kills 10,000 birds a day. Right? I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, that's Obama's third term, man.
Well, the whole situation is just, I don't know. We need to get him out, but if we don't, and they find a way around the election, we're fucked. The country's fucked.
Yeah.
And there's only one way it's going to correct itself, and I'm not going to be one to say it because again, no strike. So those of you who got more than 30 IQ points can figure it out.
You mean a mostly peaceful, correct election?
Peace, hillbilly. Deuces. Yeah, mostly peaceful election, sure. Mm-hmm.
With the UN as the watchdogs.
Oh yeah, well, of course. No, won't be the UN. It'll be the Chinese.
That would be better.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
The Chinese got it down. They've been doing it for 2 billion people. They figure they can help us out.
This is true.
Yeah. The Chinese would be happy to step up and make sure things are done right.
Look, all I know is I'm going to buy stock in Rosetta Stone because there's going to be a lot of fucking languages over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Of course, that stock won't be worth a damn, but.
Well, I mean, it all depends on whether they got an office in China or Moscow or, somewhere other than here, Toronto. You might be all right. Just depends on how you invest the money. But, again, I don't want to sound like a naresayer, but show me where there's an upside to any of this shit we see going on because I can't fucking find it.
No.
All right, again, I went off on tangent. I will shut the fuck up.
Ah, fuck it.
It's going to be all right.
How long y'all think we got before the Royal Navy hits a fucking vessel and all shit breaks loose?
Well, I think if the Royal Navy's serious and they go over there, I've never known the British to make threats. They've kind of been around a while doing the shit they do. I think if there's a conflict, it's going to snowball, and we will be in a ground war in Ukraine and Russia.
Well, we had this conversation before. The Royal Navy is nothing to fuck with. I'm just being honest.
No, the damn Brits, man, they, like I said,
that's all they've ever done is critique and perfect aqua fighting. You know what I'm saying?
They may only have 5 ships left, but they're darn good ships.
Well,
they don't play. The Brits, I mean, there's a reason why they still have a monarchy.
Oh, here you go. Hold on. Ah, hell.
让我看看你的论文。
There, get used to that right there.
让我看看你的论文。
Let me see your Let me see your papers in simplified Chinese.
They're going to like my
让我
papers.
看看你的论文。
wow.
My papers are going to have a big FU on them. But you're right.
My paper's gonna be wrapped up in a fucking freedom bean.
Well, all I can say is, there used to be a time when I'd say, we got too many people coming from south of the border, and this, that, and the other. But I got some folks from Mexico live next door to me. And I'm glad I got them, because if shit goes bad, I know they got my back.
Well, did you hear they're gonna build the wall?
Really?
Yep. It's to keep Americans in.
缺席，你别开枪打我。
No, that was absentee. You know, shoot me.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. All right.
Everybody out in the chat, I know we cut up a lot on here, but I'm being serious. There is threat looming.
Yeah.
It's there. I mean, when they're openly threatening each other, it could get serious real quick. It could get really nasty real quick. And the thing is, by the time you get a warning for it, it's too late.
Yeah.
We're talking weaponry that can move across nations before you can watch a KY jelly commercial.
That's slippery fast, man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So by the time you watch that his and his KY jelly commercial, shit's done went down.
Astroglide.
Wow.
There's no hope for us.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Just damn. You're right. I mean, if by the time we hear something's happened, let's say, I don't know which British vessel they got over there. I always think of the Hood, but I don't think the Hood. I think it's didn't the Hood get stuck?
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, so we know it's not the Hood. I don't know which one it is. They got parked in the River Thames or whatever it is. They've got one park there as a museum. But, by the time we hear that they've had an altercation with a Russian frigate, speedboat, up-armored yacht, I don't know what the fuck the Russians are using. But the point is, once that conflict happens, we're pretty much, it's already going to be neck deep when we hear about it. And once that happens, I mean, if the Russians hold true to what they're saying, I can see them using, at least starting off, if they feel like they're getting fucked with, you can rest assured every fucking British or American or whatever fucking country's over there patrolling that stretch of water, they will sink every fucking thing. And they will back it up with whatever nukes, airstrikes, whatever they decide to do, because by then it's gloves off. So you're saying you're hoping that they're still using VHS technology as opposed to digital, right?
Amen, brother. Like I said, you used to have 30 minutes notice.
Hey there, Jay.
What's up, man?
What's happening?
Oh,
We're just talking about the sad state of affairs.
Yeah. Sad state of affairs, all right. Well, I don't know. McCarthy got booted today.
Well, I mean, that is a good thing, but that's probably the only good thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, sir. He got booted out, and you know that's probably the only thing that I really thought that. Well, yeah, he's out. We'll see what kind of loser they put in there now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hopefully it'll be somebody better.
Yeah. I don't know. You could be there at the speaker's chair and throw a rock out there blindfolded and hit somebody worthless. I mean,
I could walk out of the chambers, down the steps, onto the street, and pick up a homeless person that could do a better fucking job than anyone in that building.
yeah.
And
There ain't
probably
too many
still
people
have
out there.
some morals. You know.
Wow.
So Jay, we were just talking about nuclear missiles and stuff coming from Russia or whatever the case may be. So I got this script right here of what would happen in the event if Russia launched a nuclear capable weapon, right? So here's what would happen. Multiple simultaneous launches, they're detected. Voice and data communications go into a unprecedented fury as NORAD attempts to verify inbound nuclear missiles. All right. Launches and confirmed and verified, that takes 90 seconds. All right. The president is notified. Missile silos remain and are put on alert. The U.S. military moves into DEFCON 2. All right. The entirety of the United States diplomatic abilities reach out to the nations or nation that launched in a desperate effort to indicate why this is occurring. All right. Then Navy ships attempt to intercept some of the missiles. There will be some success, but the overwhelming majority will get through the scattered efforts of the Navy. We talked about this, right? 3 out of 100. Civil defense is activated for the first time since the Cold War. Citizens are instructed to evacuate. U.S. Air Force and Air National Guard scramble any possible assets in the vein of hope of improvising missile defense. All right. All this happened within 5 minutes. The president orders the United States to DEFCON 1. Flash traffic is sent to all silos, nuclear-capable bombers, and U.S. Navy submarines, and launch their missiles. That's what you talked about earlier, T. Counteracted, right? Everybody starts pressing a fucking button.
Yep.
Now, this is what everybody needs to listen to. Within 1 hour of the first launch, 95% of the cities around the world with a population of 500,000 or higher will cease to exist.
How many cities?
All of them.
95% of the cities around the world with a population of 500,000 or higher cease to exist. So what that says right there is all of these countries, including ours, and I mentioned that earlier about New York, right, T?
Mm-hmm.
they're going to hit the highly dense populated areas.
Now, wait a minute. A lot of these major cities are Democrat. We got to rethink this strategy here, guys.
Yeah, well, there's that. But I don't think Russia's going to give a shit.
I mean, this might be our great reset.
Well, I mean, does Russia really want to kill off future supporters? Because all the blue cities, you know, they'll be the first ones standing in line waving the flags with their hand out.
All these countries want our resources. They're not gonna annihilate it.
Yeah, but
I honestly don't think that, you know, they're just not going to turn. They're not going to turn our whole country into a sheet of blue glass.
no, but even if they don't do that, let's say they strategically hit a few locations. Let's say they hit Atlanta, say Cheyenne, maybe Dallas or Houston, New York.
Well,
They hit a
Denver.
few. What? Denver? Yeah. Well,
Denver.
or LA. They're going to.
Yeah.
What they'll do is they'll hit some strategic cities to get our attention. And in the process of doing that, they'll do EMPs to fry the infrastructure. So they won't wipe out the entire seaboard on either side because they need to have beachheads. So that gives them beachheads, and they'll come in as the great saviors and take our resources, and all the fucktards that the Priuses don't work and they can't, you know, get on Twitter. I'll be the first one standing in line to get the government cheese.
All right, I got some direct information for you, T. This is from Business Insider. Okay.
All right.
Now, what it's saying here, the headline is the UN has said that nuclear war is within the realm of possibility in the current state of our nation. And it's got a list of places that will most likely be hit in the U.S. It says if Russia were to launch 50 missiles, all of them would make landfall within 5 to 15 minutes. Think about that. 5 to 15 minutes, all 50 missiles could hit. Pretty serious, right?
It's not serious. It's just it's in the days. I mean, you know, they're 50 ICBMs. This country's done. I mean, you're not going to be able to put a tomato in it.
That Russian leader says that on Russian state media says that Putin's hypersonic missiles would almost instantly vaporize at least 5 U.S. targets.
But you know good and well, Vanguard, if that happened, we would launch every fucking thing we got.
Oh yeah, I mean you got no choice.
And then the die is cast. There won't be any countries. There'll just be survivors.
No, I mean, really, quite honestly, would we really launch? I mean, would Asshat launch anything for real? I mean, I'm having a hard time believing that. I mean,
well, if it's not at the Chinese, you never know.
That old fart's going to take the nuclear football, try to kick it, and it's fall on the ground.
He's not.
Well, even if it's old, I don't care if it's Big Mike. Big Mike ain't going to do that.
Well, who's to say that you don't have a rogue element in the military that says if they're going to do that to us, we're going to do it right back to them? So, You know. I hope, I don't want my kids and grandkids to grow up in that. I don't want them to have to dig through the rubble. I don't want them to experience that shit. They deserve better.
Well, I mean, if my area don't get hit, in a year or so, I'm gonna be out there looking for these fucking 2-headed 30-point bucks. It's gonna be wild.
Oh, shit.
You better be careful. I might have tentacles and shit, man.
Hey,
Sit there with a Geiger counter just to test the meat.
Fucking Cthulhu deer.
Well, you never know. It might be already cooked.
True.
Yeah, this is true. All right, brother, you need to wrap it up.
yeah, 10-4. B&J is on here. This is our special guest. Damn good to have you, brother. Damn good to have you.
Yeah, sorry about it. You got so late. I was out having dinner with some friends, and
What's her name?
there was 4 of us. There was 2 females and 2 dudes. So I mean, and they're already taken. So no, I was by myself.
I wasn't gonna judge.
Man, I tell you what,
Stag.
women anymore? Whew. I'm happy
Brother,
single.
I'm gonna say this. You know what I'm talking
Say
about. Only Jay will know. I'm gonna never forget us at that diner and that chick looking for that rat. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah. Oh my God, them old guys sitting at that other table, they about blew out their eyeballs. And I thought, man, she has assumed that position way too many times.
Oh, damn!
Oh my gosh. I was like, damn.
You had to be there to truly appreciate it, but it was a hallmark moment.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's you pay for stuff like that.
Man, I'll never forget that shit. Oh, I'll never forget that shit as long as I live.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
All right, I'm sorry. We got another tangent.
You good?
We're good.
Jeez. All right, Jay, you get to start out with the words of wisdom.
All right.
My grandpa said.
So I just went through a training. It was pretty badass this weekend. It was 2 days. It was pretty intense. And we did some training with airsoft because using real bullets kind of sucks when you shoot your partner. But it was well worth it. It was a vehicle CQB class, and the instructor. I'm gonna talk to the instructor and see if he wants me to share it on here first. But he did a bang up job. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I told Demon about it, and he said something along the lines of "lucky bastard" or something like that. But I mean, it definitely teaches you a lot. Awareness. Caring. Just making sure that you have muzzle awareness. It was good. I mean, you get in a vehicle now, and you're sitting there thinking about other things. That's watching your mirrors, watching your six. If you're in a vehicle and you start getting shot at, what are you going to do? I mean, it taught you a lot, and I'll check with him, see if he'd be all right sharing it on here. But it was really nice. It was really nice. I'm still sore. So yeah, Carrie, always watch your six, watch your partner six, and keep your head above water, man. That's all you can do anymore.
That's it.
Man, my mic was muted. Sax man's on you, bud.
All right. Let's see. Don't trust your government, and it'll be an interesting day tomorrow. We'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, it will.
That's all I got.
I guess it falls to me now.
It's on you, T.
All right.
Go ahead, Model T.
Pay attention tomorrow. Don't necessarily expect anything to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if something did happen. Don't take anything for granted. Pay attention to what's going on globally, locally, nationally. There's too many things. They're fluid right now, and you need to be ready if something does pop off, because no help's coming. It's going to be self-rescue. That's all I got, brother.
4. Thank y'all for coming by, everybody. What's up, Live Freedom? Jay, always good to see you, buddy. Sax,
Yep,
man.
yep.
Absentee.
Hey, give me a holler Thursday. I'll jump back on here.
We'll be on here. I'll send it to you just like I did today. I always kick it out. We should have old trusty Moose on here as well.
Yeah, he should be back by Thursday.
Yeah, I think he's out digging up unicorn bones or something. I don't know with him. And,
He likes unicorn bone.
so he's out digging up unicorn bones.
Oh.
Damn.
Anyway, out in the live chat, appreciate y'all for coming by. Y'all tune in Thursday. It is open mic night on Thursday, so if y'all want to come on here, just holler at me. I'll drop it in the chat, and anybody get on it. Anyway, y'all keep your eye on the prize tomorrow. Good luck to everybody with the miniature EMP that's about to happen to all of our cellular devices and TVs. So good luck with that. Maybe we'll be on here Thursday. I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll plan on it. Anyway, y'all be safe. Take care, everybody.
Night, everybody. Peace.
Night.
Later.